Hey guys, so in this video right here we're going to go over how to use and set up images. It's very simple. Image is basically very simple. We're going to do a couple of different ones from internal images and external images. So using something that we have on our site or just in our desktop, and using an external one as well. And then we'll do something like with height. This is basically the whole setup for the image. We clone this, copy this over 2 times. Images can really help improve the design and appearance of your web design, also help you explain complicated ideas as well. So one thing we do want to put on here that we didn't put on here right now, we want to put on the alt. So this is if our image doesn't show for some reason or they're not allowing images, we can have that. So an HTML image is defined with the img tag. The img tag is empty, which means that basically that it doesn't have a closing tag. So just one tag, you don't put any content inside of it. Besides, you use attributes such as the 4 we have below: source, which is the URL path of where the image is located at, either on the server or on an external server. The width, which will be the width of the image, the height of the image, and the alt will be a text variation of the image in case the image doesn't show up for any reason. So the first thing we're going to do, the source attribute specifies the URL web address of the image. This is where the location of the image is, so we'll be able to locate and find it. The alt attribute. The alt attribute provides an alternate text for the image. So if the user for some reason cannot view it because of slow connection and error in the src attributes, or if the user uses a screen reader, so it just depends. So really a couple things. So as you can see, the alt is really used for just for no matter what the reason is, so a person can know what the image was supposed to be about. So the image size and width, you can do it through style if you want to, or you can use the width and height attribute as we have used right here. Works out exactly the same. And then also too, the image is in another folder we can work through and doing that stuff too as well. So first thing we're going to do right now, we're going to go get an image. So let's go to Google. HTML. Let's go to images. And let's use these images right here. So we're going to copy the address of this image. We're going to save it. And we're going to save this image right here. Let's call this HTML. Save this image. And so what we're going to do right now is that we're going to go through and we're going to actually so we're going to go through and we're going to do each one. So our internal image. First thing we're going to do, since we want to based on our root folder and want to use it from our root folder, we don't have to put anything there. We just got to go in here and do HTML as we just did, .png. And then we come back to here, we should see it load up correctly right here. As you see, our internal image loads up. Now for our external image, copy our URL over that we took. I just made a mistake right there. When we copy over the images, make sure we go to location and actually visit the site. So this is Wikipedia. And actually go through and like on this right here, scroll over and make sure we're getting, let's open it in a new window, just the image. Oh, not that one. We're open open image in new tab so we can get the actual location. Grab this and use this instead of using Google's version of it, because it won't work all the time. Okay, let's go back here and we have the image. Now we notice that this image is way too big. We want them to kind of line up a little bit better than that. So let's go in here and let's change the width of this image. Let's maybe set it to 200 pixels. About 200 pixels. So as you see, we have our internal image, our external image. So you can play with the width and add the height and different things on there too as well to make them match up. But when you do that, you have to watch out for the image basically becoming squished, because you're setting the actual how big the image is going to be. So I really recommend for like height, except if you have a specific height, use an auto for height. And alt. So basically this right here is going to be HTML. And we have CSS3. And JavaScript logos. So if this image didn't show for some reason, like if we let's cause an issue with it, this is what will show up right there. See, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript logo. That's what the alt text looks like. So let's fix this. So let's change this alt text as well. Logo. So we have that. So basically, those are the two ways to really go about adding an image. As I said before, it's very simple. You just need to know the location of the image. If it's external image, you can use basically use the full source, which would be the full URL to it. If it's an internal link, then basically based on if it's in the same root folder as this one is, you can go through and you can find it that way. If it was in a different folder, then you'll be able to go in and add that folder in and go and build your way up into there. If it's in the root directory and this is in a folder, then you can do that. Your last time you do it, you just go back and do it forward slash and take it to the root folder and then find it there. But yeah, so there's a lot of stuff right there you can do right there. It's pretty simple as we've seen. And then this right here is going to help you really be able to build a better looking website and to do a little bit more than what you really usually would do just with text. Because a couple of different things that we have a problem with just doing text a lot of times is that people still can't actually see it. And as they say, a picture is 1,000 words. So next we're going to go into audio. And then we're going to go from audio, we're going to head over to video and those sections so you can see how to import those. And it's going to be pretty similar, very similar to how this is right here. So extra components that you can add in, different things you can do with that. We're going to work with a lot of different just players, this is like for the video player and audio player, those options and different things along that. But as you can see, it's very simple to add images in there. And there's other alts as well that you can add into it, not alts, but other attributes that you can add into it. So you can do a little more, but for the most part, this is all you're really going to be able to need to really learn how to do. So if you haven't already, make sure you guys have went through and already started, went through and trying this out. I want you guys to basically go through and try this out a couple different times and just see if it works. Try with your own images. This is going to be inside the document with all of the code in there, so make sure you check this out. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching this, and then I'll see you guys in the next video where we'll go over audio. Just get straight to it.